Well, that didn't happen. All right, everybody.
Seems not to have. Hello, welcome to Guide to the Unknown. I'm Kristen.
And I'm her little brother, William.
And this week we are back all up in that Wikipedia page.
We're all up in it.
Uh-huh.
390. That's the last time we covered urban legends. Episode 390.
Yeah, that was a good while ago. I looked
Yes.
at the art and I was wearing a long sleeve shirt.
Right.
I long for those days now. It is beyond toasty here in New Jersey today.
Sadly, I don't think those days will ever come again.
It doesn't feel like
We
it
just
right
live
now.
in the heat now.
Yeah, we're in the midst of like an insane heat wave, but whatever. We are enjoying ourselves today to dive back into that alphabetized list of urban legends that Wikipedia has, and we are at the H's and I's.
Yes. And as toasty as we are, perhaps these stories will send a chill up your spine.
Ooh, how fun.
Thank you. I'm like a weatherman or something. It's like some morning news repartee.
banter, yeah.
All right, everybody. You know the deal. We like talking about urban legends. We're going to dive into this, but this is a business, okay?
Just like the news, sometimes we have to cut to commercials, and so we'll do that right now.
And we're back from the commercials. Final update. It's time to say goodbye to Tessa.
Yeah.
Episodes 5 and 6 of The Trouble with Tessa have officially hit streaming on SCREAMBOX. Go ahead and sign up for SCREAMBOX, or just get the 7-day trial now.
Totally.
Just watch the whole thing if you gotta.
Yeah.
It's also on Apple TV, all that stuff. But The Trouble with Tessa has wrapped. The show is complete. Done. Kaput. Dunzo.
Excellent.
What a ride.
Yeah,
What an
totally.
adventure. Hope you all enjoyed it. It's a spooky mystery show, and now it'll just be sitting there waiting for you whenever you want to get to it.
Yeah. This is a show
Similarly,
that Will wrote.
Oh, I wrote the show. Similarly, this ARG that I'm very proud of, that goes with the show and is like only for like people who have an interest in paying attention to it or whatever. It's a series of newspaper articles from this world. That's complete too. It's an ARG with an ending.
Yeah.
That you can actually enjoy as a short story and be like, oh, it's done now.
Maybe
which I think is kind of rare. Oh, so people know about like the Blair Witch website.
Yeah.
That marketed the Blair Witch Project. P.S. 26 years of Blair Witch as of recording today. 26th anniversary. And they got their money.
Yes, I know. That's wonderful.
So
I can't believe the Blair Witch Project and I are the same age.
yeah,
How nice for both of us.
I can't believe it either. But an ARG is, like one of these fictional stories that it pretends to be something that really happened, but it's part of this fictional universe. So like the Blair Witch website had timelines and articles and documentaries. And for The Trouble with Tessa, I got to write several articles of very Guide to the Unknown-y stuff. Like, here are local urban legends of this fictional town of Lowry, where the show takes place. And something that I'm obsessed with about ARGs, because I love them, but I feel like so many modern ARGs just kind of go. And they aren't, it turns out they're not about anything.
Yeah, they just kind of peter out when the thing that they're attached to comes out, usually, because it's just kind of like a marketing device.
It's all marketing.
Yeah.
Like I did this for marketing purposes as well, but like, why can't this be something more? Why not? Yeah. So it functions as a short story, and you can solve the final article and reach a conclusion. And I am so proud to say, my goal in anything is just to work with Kristen.
I know.
And so Kristen helped and made the most awesome stuff that you will see if you can solve the end of the ARG for The Trouble with Tessa.
It was very fun. It was delightful to get to work on the ARG with you because I love that.
I absolutely loved it. Thank you. You did a great job.
Happy to help.
So people go check that out. The Trouble with Tessa is complete. Go poke around, find some secret stuff. Appreciate you all.
Yeah.
What an adventure.
Totally.
All right. Enough.
All right. Tell me about these H's.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm starting, aren't I?
Yeah.
So why don't we start with the classic Guide to the Unknown question. Kristen, what do you think you know about the Hopkinsville Goblin?
Okay. Some stuff. I know. I think that I know that they're like 3-toed goblins from Kentucky.
Kentucky's right.
That showed up outside somebody's window.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And I don't really remember much beyond that.
Fair enough. So the Hopkinsville Goblin is so strange. It looks like a robot.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to attempt to describe this sucker.
Yeah.
For you and the listening audience. the way that it's commonly depicted, it's a monster. It's a cryptid, the Hopkinsville Goblin, obviously. But it is vaguely human-shaped, right? Stands on 2 legs, has 2 arms, has a big round head.
Yeah.
And then 2 almost like big pointy ears.
Yeah, I
so
can
long
picture
are the ears that they like stick up almost like Batman's ears.
It's iconic, I would say, the image of the Hopkinsville Goblin.
It is iconic.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. It's also...
Like in the cryptid world.
Right. It's also, in all likelihood, a shocker of all shockers. I mean, in the cryptid world, whenever somebody's like, here's what they probably saw.
Yeah.
What is it usually?
Oh, an owl?
It's an owl.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, this thing, it's probably an owl. It's called like the great horned owl or something. Like the owl has like the big ears that point like the Batman ears.
Yeah.
But so here's the fun thing about the Hopkinsville Goblin is the story. So here is the story. It's August 21st, 1955, which is essentially prime UFO spotting time.
Yes.
This like decade after World War II. 5 adults and 7 children go to the Hopkinsville police station claiming that small alien creatures from a spaceship had been attacking their farmhouse. And they'd been holding them off with gunfire, quote, for nearly 4 hours.
Oh my God. That's long.
That's a war.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Why'd they wait to get into contact with the cops or like anybody outside for help for 4 hours?
Yeah, unclear. But also like the way that this is written, it's like almost as if they were just like, God, this is going on forever.
Yeah, maybe they
Bam,
need to stretch
bam.
their legs.
There's another one. Plam, plam.
Yeah.
Is that the sound a gun makes? Plam.
In the 50s, yeah.
Yeah, those old-fashioned
Yeah.
guns. And it almost read to me as if they were like, oh, I'm getting so tired of this.
Yeah.
Let's just go to the police station. And like left in the
Maybe.
middle of the battle.
How serious can your battle be / how serious can you be taking your battle if you can just leave?
Well, here's the other thing is like this house was stuffed like a clown car. Although almost literally like a clown car. Some of the people that were at this farmhouse were what they referred to as itinerant carnival workers.
Oh, okay.
Which is like homeless carnival workers.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like maybe there were so many people in that house that they could spare 5 adults and 7 children to walk to the police station.
I see. Yeah.
Leaving, 45 other people to continue the war.
This is crazy. So just talking in real terms, not like them actually having a war with goblins. They were just shooting into the wind.
Well, I mean, according to them, the goblins were like appearing in windows, like trying to get into the farmhouse. Essentially, it's like Night of the Living Dead.
Right.
It's just weird.
How many did they say they were beset by? Like
I don't
a
know.
lot?
Yeah,
or-
I don't. I don't quite know that number. It was estimated later by the Kentucky New Era, which is a newspaper, reported on the incident, and according to Wikipedia, at least, they quote increased the number of creatures to 12 to 15 creatures.
Okay.
Implying that what these people told the police was 11 or fewer.
Yeah,
And yet they'd been battling 11 or fewer little monsters for
Right.
4 hours.
Right. Whew.
Until they were like, now it's time to involve the cops.
Yeah.
Don't do that, 5 minutes in
Yeah, right.
of seeing the alien. Don't immediately get the police.
Yeah.
It's like Viagra. It's like if your alien invasion lasts longer than 4 hours,
Then you should call somebody.
then call for help.
Yeah. Before that, just have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Have fun with your little Hopkinsville Goblin.
Yeah.
So, 2 of the adults, Elmer Sutton and Billy Ray Taylor, claimed they'd been shooting at a few short, dark figures who kept popping up in the doorways and peering into windows.
Okay.
Now, I'll remind you that people will eventually say these were owls.
Right.
What are these owls doing?
Something. I was about to say that, like, even if they're owls, like, I think that they're owls kind of like by me. They're probably by all of us or many of us or whatever. They're not peeking in my window.
No.
That would freak me right the hell out.
Oh, yeah.
So-
If owls were constantly like, who?
Yeah.
They
So
want to know
this is
who's in there. That's why
strange.
they keep going, who?
I was about to make a similar joke. Yeah.
We were both struggling to find a way to
Yeah, I'm glad
work
you got there
who
first.
into
Yeah.
it. But yeah, it's
What are
like
these owls doing?
a story where the down-to-earth explanation doesn't explain shit.
No, totally.
I've never had a bunch of owls.
Yeah.
A cadre of owls.
Right.
A flock of owls all team up to try to get into my farmhouse.
Totally.
Oh?
feel like rabid owls.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Worrying.
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Like it very much sounds like those characters in the farmhouse with the ghouls
Yep.
constantly coming to the walls. 4 hours of this is absolutely insane.
Ugh.
So, concerned about a possible gun battle between local citizens, 4 city police officers, 5 state troopers, 3 deputy sheriffs, and 4 military police officers from the nearby United States Army drove to the Sutton farmhouse. They're basically gearing up now to go into war with these alien beings. Something worth pointing out. So I described to you these like little humanoid guys with big heads and pointy ears. Mm-hmm. Evidently, anytime that a shot would hit, and this is where it's also like, well, an owl don't do that.
Yeah.
It was claimed that anytime a bullet hit one of these creatures, it would make the sound of a metal bucket.
What?
Patang! Patoong!
And also, if they, well, I guess you could be hit and still just run away. I was just thinking, like, if they were hit, you would imagine some bodies would be left over or something, but I guess not.
Yeah, I guess they all survived.
What the hell's going on?
I know. So, their search yielded no evidence, meaning by the time they got to the house, no creatures.
Yeah.
However, the windows are broken. There are holes in the screen doors, possibly the result of gunfire. It's like not enough for me, you know?
Well, I mean, wouldn't there be? Yeah, they've been firing for a million hours at this point.
Yeah, but for some reason, I don't know, 4 hours of battle. It's like it's only windows and doors. Like not one of them ever got in.
Right,
I'll phrase it this way. It's weird to me that these things spent 4 hours trying to get into your house. There's not even one that managed to, like, everyone's distracted by the one on the left. So one crawls in the window, you fire at it, and now there's a bullet hole in the wall.
I don't know. If you're saying that there are so many people living in this house,
true.
they could have had like great coverage.
Yeah, a bunch of adults, a bunch of kids, like babies, sharpshooter babies. Fire. Yeah, you're right. So every bullet went perfectly out a window, perfectly out a screen door. There is no sign of any gunfire on like the frame of a door or anything. That to me is weird.
Oh wait, I think I misunderstood something. I thought you were saying that there was sign of gunfire.
Well, they describe it as, and it's hard because I don't have like the police reports or something like that.
Yeah.
But they describe it as like the windows were broken.
Yeah.
And screen doors had holes in them.
Right.
It's like, but there's not one errant shot where like a bullet went into a wall.
Okay.
Like we don't.
I see.
Windows can be broken by other means than gunfire.
Oh, it wasn't confirmed.
Holes
that those
can be.
are...
To me, that doesn't feel confirmed. Okay. I'm speculating. So here it only gets like a little bit weirder.
Yeah.
When officers returned the next day, so like they go there, nothing's going on. They're like, all right, well, sleep tight, everybody.
Yeah.
They come back the next day to continue the investigation, and the house is empty. What? There are no people there now. Neighbors informed them that the families that were living in the house, and there were, a ton of people. I'll just start rambling some names. There was Glennie Langford, her children, Lonnie, Charlton, and Mary, 2 grown sons from a previous marriage, Elmer, Lucky Sutton, John, Charlie, J.C. Sutton, their respective wives, Vera and Aline.
All right.
Aline's brother, O.P. Baker.
I got it. A lot of people.
Holy moly. So they come back the next day, everyone's gone. So the neighbors are just like, the family's packed up and left.
Oh.
After claiming that, quote, the creatures had returned at about 3:30 in the morning.
What?
And everyone was just like, all right.
Enough of this.
Pack up your junk.
Yeah.
We're leaving. And it's like, you were just allowed to leave?
Well, like
in the middtle of a battle? Or what? Like,
the creatures just let you go?
That's what's weird to me is like you're able to, if this is, what do these creatures want? Let them in. It doesn't seem like they're hurting you if you're able to pack up your stuff.
I think they want mice to masticate and then
they
leave in pellets that are disgusting that you find in the woods.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And dissect in preschool.
Right.
Did everyone do that? Did everyone's preschool class eventually bring in one of those vomited up owl pellets to dissect and find like mouse bones inside?
Yeah.
Makes us sound like we went to school in like the 30s.
I know. I don't know what was going on.
The middle of nowhere.
I don't know.
Doing chalk rubbings on a gravestone.
It was a suburb. I don't know what was going on out there.
Some New England nonsense.
Yeah.
Old timey.
Yep.
So anyway, They're allowed to leave. These things, I guess, are not attacking in the conventional sense.
What?
That to me is what's weird, right? Like, I know it's like sort of splitting hairs, but it's like
right.
You're in the middle of a battle that involves 4 hours of gunfire, but a bunch of you are able to just like sort of saunter over to the police station.
Right.
They come back at 3:30 in the morning, so you just get in the car and go. Like, these things weren't trying to prevent them from leaving. They weren't trying to get into a physical fight. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. UFO. Okay, so now we're into analysis and speculation.
Sure.
That is what is claimed to have happened
Yep.
in 1955. And then I'm really only giving you like a kernel of what people have said. So, widely discredited.
Yeah.
Obviously, most people point to that owl. Here was something amusing to me. UFologist Jerome Clark said that in the surrounding area, there was an odd luminous patch along a fence where one of the beings had been shot. And in the woods beyond, a green light whose source could not be determined.
Huh.
So they're saying
Okay.
that he's insinuating essentially that, and there's no way he can know this,
Right.
that one of the creatures was shot there, and then there's some glowing goo on the ground.
Yeah, like their blood is bioluminescent or something.
Like the Predator. Seriously. He's like a Yautja.
I've only seen part of it.
I
Is the
believe-
Predator a Yautja? Is
I
that
believe
what they're
that
called?
these creatures were Yautja warriors. Yeah, I believe they're called Yautja now. I have not seen the modern Predator stuff, but I understand it's quite good. So there's an easy way to discredit everything.
Yeah.
Because it just says, however, this description is consistent with foxfire, a bioluminescent fungus.
Yeah, right. Like there are
decaying
things
wood.
in nature
There
that
are things that glow. They may be unusual.
Sure.
But it doesn't mean that it was alien blood.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a jump.
This is nonsense. So ultimately, no one knows. No one knows. What did they see happen last
weird.
night? Yeah, I think they saw some scary owls.
What must have been going on with these owls that they were potentially dive bombing the house?
All
Or
right.
was it the people just freaking
Pure
out?
speculation,
Yeah.
some of which may be unkind. I saw a report somewhere in the Michigas of researching this. It was like no one was drinking. There was no alcohol involved.
Yeah, why are you saying that?
And then people are like, well, if there was no alcohol involved, then blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no. Hold on. Go no further. Someone says, I've seen aliens trying to get in my house. And someone goes, have you been drinking? What do you think the person responds with?
No.
Regardless of whether or not they've been drinking.
I see.
No.
I see.
So we don't know for sure.
Of course.
I think Grandpa Earl saw an owl.
Okay, yeah, and everybody started getting whipped up. It was like a little mini hysteria inside the house.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I think. And then Norman woke up at 3:30 to drain the lizard. That's what he would say. It's 1955 and they're in a farmhouse.
Yeah,
That's,
I know.
Kristen, it's history. That's what he said. I was thinking about that phrase the other day. Drain the lizard.
That's so disgusting.
Who came up with that? You don't
don't
you don't
like
have to
calling it-
drain a lizard. So where did this metaphor come from?
I don't like calling it drain anything. There's also drain the main vein.
Oh, the main vein.
It's so disgusting.
The main vein. That's so gross. Human beings are repulsive. Everything will be better
Yeah,
when
just say you
our
have to
minds
go-
have been digitized.
Just say you have to go tinkle and be done with it.
Yeah, say that you got to sprinkle. I gotta go sprinkle the tinkler. I'll be gone for a few hours. I'll be gone for a few days, babe. Anyway, so here's sort of like the pop culture fallout.
Yeah.
Number one, there's a Pokemon called Sableye. You can find this sucker in Pokemon Go. Too much. Got about 1,000 of these. Little
okay.
purple guy, pointy ears, and gemstones for eyes.
Nice,
Almost
nice.
to signify, like, well, this is some odd creature.
Yeah.
I always took that it was supposed to be made out of metal. Now looking at
Well-
the Hopkinsville Goblin, I'm like, well, there you go.
Yeah.
If you hit it, it sounds like a tin bucket or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
This is kind of amusing to me. Well, this part's not.
Okay.
Critters, the movie Critters is
Yeah.
based on this.
Oh, okay.
Just a bunch of little alien goofballs.
Yeah, yeah.
Sneaking around. Little puppets.
Yep.
This is the cool thing. Steven Spielberg, after doing Close Encounters of the Third Kind, he's doing Indiana Jones. He's in Tunisia. And he's like, the way that I read it, he didn't use these words, but it's like flaming hot in Tunisia in the sun. And he's like, I got to do something. I
Something's
gotta
gotta
do
cool
a
me
different
off.
movie somewhere cooler. That's where he starts talking about, what about a farmhouse, like on a nice, cool, breezy evening with no sun?
Yeah.
And so he starts talking about doing a movie based on the Hopkinsville Goblins, which he eventually does not do. He would have called it Night Skies.
Okay.
But this concept of family in a house with fantastical things going on is believed to be what led to E.T.
That makes sense.
and Poltergeist.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you get
I can see that.
potentially two movies out of the Hopkinsville thing by way of a creator.
Yeah. Fertile ground.
Yes, absolutely. The fertilist. Steven Spielberg's mind.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's the Hopkinsville Goblins. Someone
Nice.
said that they saw something 70 years ago, and everyone
Yeah.
was like, what?
Yeah.
and then
Whoa.
they ran away, so no one could ask any follow-up questions. But it sure is a weird-looking monster, so here we are.
Yeah, it certainly is. I know they talk about the Hopkinsville Goblin in Hellier at some point, too.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's another pop culture
The
thing.
cover art of Hellier almost looks like a little depiction of a Hopkinsville goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're on the hunt for goblins.
Hellier is on SCREAMBOX.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Nice.
So take that.
Take that for what it's worth. Watch that on your trial.
Have that.
Yeah.
All right, do you want me to continue now?
Up to you. We could go alphabetical and you can continue, or you can take a break and I can tell you about another UFO thing. You want to take a break?
Yeah, tell me about another UFO thing. We'll keep it in the stars.
All right, cool. So this is the Ilkley Moor UFO incident.
Ilkley.
Yeah. Tell me about your deep history with the Ilkley Moor UFO incident, William.
No.
Okay.
I'm sure I could tell you a lot about it, but I won't.
You know what? Fair. I respect you for keeping it close to the vest.
Thank you.
Just like Maverick in that movie about cards.
What?
Remember there's that movie and TV show about like gambling or whatever? Maverick?
Nope.
Oh, neither do
Sorry,
I.
Grandma.
Starring, I think, James Warner or whatever that man's name is. It is an old man. I am old. Okay.
Good God, did you watch that on the black and white?
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, so this is apparently one of the most famous UFO cases in the UK. But I would imagine that even that keeps it in, pretty niche. So I don't know how actually famous this is.
Sure.
Like for people, in the UK, I'd never heard of it. So I found an awesome source for this one. Have you ever stumbled upon kids.kittle.co?
Kids.kittle. What the hell is Kittle?
Okay, so when I was Googling to find stuff, this was listed as Kids Encyclopedia. And I was like, okay, let's see what they have to say about this.
Okay.
And it's designed to look like Google for kids. Kittle.
Oh, okay. All right.
Get it?
Sure.
So it has the same search bar with different subcategories underneath, like Google, including Kpedia, which I use for this, and Kimages, which doesn't really roll off the tongue. I don't know if
Wow,
that's
they
supposed to be
really struggled.
K-Images or Kimages. I don't know how popular this site is. It doesn't look great.
No, I would have loved this as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, would you have? I don't know. It sounds more fun than it necessarily is.
Okay.
It is absolutely... it's lazy. I'm sorry to say. It is exactly the same info as Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Bordering on like, is this fine? Would you call this plagiarism? I don't know if you can necessarily plagiarize a crowdsourced site like Wikipedia, but it is verbatim, except for some words changed to be more understandable to kids.
Interesting.
Which I think is really funny.
Yeah.
So just wanted to shout it out. I love you, Kittle, even though I think it's really weird. So
hit us with some Kittle and bits.
yeah, totally. So on December 1st, 1987, a retired police officer who now goes under the alias, and always has publicly, Philip Spencer, because he doesn't want to be known as like the crackpot who talks about this.
If you're going to have an alias, why can't it be like the knower?
I know. No, just a normal name. I thought the same thing.
I am the one who knows.
Why not jazz it up a little
Yeah.
bit? But nope, just Philip Spencer, was taking a walk on a foggy day on the Ilkley Moor in England when an awfully strange fellow crossed his path. It was a figure who was dark green, about 4 feet tall, with a big head, and it made a gesture that Philip took to mean, stay away. Philip took out his camera and snapped a picture. Now I'll have you
No way.
describe it.
Yes.
Okay. The first one is the original, and then it got doctored a little bit.
He walked past this guy?
Yes, that's what he says. It kind of looks like Gumby if Gumby melted a little bit and you like softened his edges.
I totally agree. It's like a melty Gumby.
Yeah.
All right, we're once again talking about a humanoid standing on 2 feet, has 2 arms. The arms appear to stretch all the way down to the ground.
Yeah.
And it has a bulbous green head. It is all green in a way that indicates perhaps it is nude.
Yeah, no, I think so too. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have like slacks on or anything.
Yeah, you don't
I think
need-
we're looking at the full length of its body.
You don't need to gesture to me to stay away.
Yeah, no problem. I will keep my distance. By the way, neither Kittle nor Wikipedia had this picture. They only both had a picture of Ilkley Moor on a clear day. Not helpful.
Yeah, who cares?
It was just like wheat or something. So I had to find the UFO picture on Reddit. Do better, Kittle.
Yeah.
So after he did that and took that picture, the creature ran away and Philip tried to follow it, but he lost track of it in the fog. He says he then saw a ship rise out of the fog, and he described it as looking like 2 whitish colored attached saucers, one on top of the other. That made a humming noise. I can only think of 2 pancakes. One
Sure.
resting atop the other, waiting for you to adorn them with butter and syrup.
He didn't take a picture of this one?
No. Exactly. That is a big criticism that people have.
You had a camera.
However, there's a fix for this.
You were happy
later.
to take a picture of the nude thing,
Yeah.
but not the saucer.
How interesting,
Yeah.
Philip. He does have an answer for that kind of later on, though, why that didn't happen. So I guess Philip was feeling kind of weird after seeing this saucer, because instead of continuing on his intended route to visit his father-in-law, he ended up walking to another town, and when he arrived, he was surprised to see that 2 hours had passed, and it should have only been a half-hour walk. He had lost time.
Okay.
He also had a compass with him, and when he looked at it, it was pointing the wrong direction. Aliens.
Right.
Alien
aliens.
activity.
Yeah.
That's all you need. So then, in the days that followed, Philip contacted a couple of UFO investigators named Jenny Randalls and Peter Huff, and I guess through their contacts, things got kind of public. So Kodak examined the picture and said it wasn't faked. Wildlife experts examined it and said that what was in the picture wasn't an animal. So the thing is, like, Kodak could examine the picture and say that the picture itself wasn't altered. That doesn't mean that, like...
The subject of the picture is a real thing.
Yeah, exactly.
He could have taken picture, to your point, of some sort of a melty toy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. They got in touch with the U.S. Navy, and they deemed the picture too grainy to test. They already talked to Kodak. What else do you need? I don't know what the Navy's going to do at this point, but still. Later on, a UFO investigator named Nick Redfern, who I think we've talked about before. That name sounds very familiar.
Bell, yeah.
I think he's like a big boy. He said that...
An adult. You mean he's a big boy? I think he's a big boy. I don't think he's a child.
Yeah, I don't think he's like a kid. I think he's a big boy. He said that a few days after the incident, the Ministry of Defense sent people to talk to Philip. That's England's version of Men in Black, and a file was opened about him and the case.
Okay.
I know, we know nothing beyond that, but that's what Nick Redfern says. So then...
Them blokes in black trousers. It's the Men in Black.
Yeah.
The bib.
Yeah, the blokes in black trousers. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
I must apologize to our listeners from London.
No, you stand. You stand in your... You stand in that joke. All right. Then, following Huff's advice, one of those UFO investigators that he got in touch with, Philip tried to re-experience what might have happened during that lost hour and a half, where he was going to go walk to meet his father-in-law and ended up in just a different town during hypnotherapy, doing regressive therapy, classic UFO thing, and details started to emerge. He now said that as soon as he saw that creature on the hill, he didn't remember any of this, but he was instantly paralyzed.
Of course.
And then pulled onto the ship the 2 pancakes.
He was in the pancakes?
Yes.
Whoa.
That's why he didn't take a picture
Oh, he would.
of the ship. He took a picture of the guy, then got paralyzed. sucked onto the ship in his paralyzed pose.
Wow.
So that's why he didn't take a picture.
Okie dokie.
Where a voice told him to be calm before medical procedures were performed on him with objects placed in his nose and mouth. Seems like he got off lucky based on all the jokes about paranormal or UFO medical procedures.
Yeah,
because
I know.
usually it's the butt.
The rump.
Yeah. I haven't thought about the rump as a word for a butt in a while. So they did that. It was nose and mouth, not rump. They gave him a tour of the spaceship. You know what's weird?
A tour?
Yeah. No, that's weird too. But
And here's my, letting my hair down room. What's he need a tour for? That's the kitchen.
What's also
You'll never be
weird?
here again. There's the bathroom.
Are they only because I don't remember hearing, and I'm not cataloging this exhaustively when we're learning about UFO procedures or whatever on ships, abductions. Are they only doing? I don't feel like I'm hearing about nose and mouth a lot. You always hear about the butt, or maybe it's just because it's the funniest one. Like, are they not exploring the other holes up there?
Well, this guy.
I know this guy, but this seems like an anomaly to me.
Well, they probably did him, and they were like, we got it.
Yeah.
What more is there to learn about the nose and the mouth? We did it with this one dude.
I guess, but there's everybody
But the
else.
butt, there's an endless mystery.
Everybody else, they're going right for the butt.
This is...
And, not anything else. So many holes.
I'm sorry.
Ears, other ones I won't mention.
What do they need to learn that is taking them so many attempts to
I completely
figure
agree.
out?
If they're supposed to, because everybody's like, oh, they're so advanced. They're this race that's so beyond us. How come they have to keep grabbing us? Keep probing us.
Right.
Like,
Some
how
freaky deaky
different?
aliens on Nebula 9.
Right,
that are like, I'm going back to Earth.
Yeah, no, we didn't learn enough on that last one. I don't know.
Give me a break.
Yeah,
you aliens.
Please. So yeah, as I was saying, they gave him a tour of the spaceship.
What's the point of a tour?
This is my room.
Yeah, what's the point of a tour?
Posing on the bed.
You'll be dropped off in the hay.
Yeah.
And you will not remember this unless you're hypnotized.
Right.
But I'll give you a tour of the spaceship.
Why?
What a stupid thing.
They're really being hot and cold with this guy because he says they bring him onto the ship. They tell him, don't worry, be calm. They stick shit up his nose and mouth. Then they give him a tour. Then, listen to this. They show him a scary-ass movie depicting war, famine, and floods.
What?
Then a second movie, the contents of which he has never revealed because he said that the aliens who abducted him didn't want humanity to know about it. Well, then why'd they show him?
Then why'd you show it?
Right.
Was it like a
What's
Shrek
with
movie
these
that
guys?
is yet to be made? You must never know about Shrek 9.
Yeah, totally. Because they know that we're all chomping at the bit for it.
Yeah. You're not ready yet.
What's with
but your kids
these
are going to love it.
Nice. What's their problem, man?
Yeah.
Blowing hot and cold. So then he was returned to the moor and he realized that the gesture that he had originally taken to be the alien telling him to stay away was actually the alien waving goodbye after dropping him off. And that's what he remembers.
What?
Now, there's a fair bit of skepticism about this whole thing.
You don't say.
As you might guess. Just on top of there not being any proof, people have asked, as I said, why he only took a picture of the alien, not the spaceship, although that is pretty neatly taken care of by the story revealed by his hypnotic regression. Bro was frozen. How was he going to take a picture of the ship?
Yeah.
He got frozen and then sucked into the ship. But people say that would be much harder to fake than the alien picture, which could just be a cardboard cutout or whatever. However, I do find it kind of interesting that he has never come forward with his real name. He's clearly not really looking for glory. It doesn't seem
That's interesting. That's a good point.
It doesn't seem like he has profited from this in any way.
What's the fake name he gave?
Philip Spencer.
Now, is there a chance that he went, who am I, Philip Spencer? Well, that's a fake name.
No, I don't think he's appeared in public or anything. Like,
It's not a real name.
Yeah.
I gave you a phony name.
No, there's really just the legend of Philip Spencer.
Hey, Phil. Yeah? I mean...
What?
Well, that's my fake name.
What's that now? So I was curious about whether that was the only sighting there or whether this place is a hotspot.
Yeah.
And I found an article from March of this year about an app called Enigma that allows people to report UFOs. And there were several from Ilkley Moor. So in February of last year, there was another report on the app that said large bright white light in the sky, looked like it was roughly above Ilkley Moor. Seemed to be stationary for a minute or so after we saw it, then just appeared. Very clear night. And other people have seen bright white lights. There are other things along the same lines. So, William, I downloaded the Enigma app to see if there was anything around us. And not really.
Good.
There was nothing.
Great.
There was nothing around my house at all. The last thing around this house was from 2013 in Highland Park. It was on our mom's birthday in 2013. And somebody said that they saw a star moving quickly. The report says, I went outside to the back of my house to have a smoke with my wife and looked up to the sky to see the stars. And a star just started moving pretty fast across the sky. I've been seeing this for quite some time now. Not sure what they are, but every now and again I see stars moving across the sky, as well as other things. This has been going on for years now. Lately, it's been more since I've moved to New Jersey from Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
So, I don't know.
yeah, sometimes you look up and you see something moving. I don't know.
Totally.
Yeah.
But a fun little app.
Sure,
If anybody
yeah.
wants to download it and check it out. When you download it, it says, welcome to Enigma. You have to go through these screens. It says, we are driven by optimism and curiosity about the unknown. We are open-minded about what UFOs are and will follow the data wherever it leads. We need your help to crowd solve this age-old mystery of what's in the skies. And then you can put in your address and it like shows a little map
That's
of
pretty
what's
fun.
around you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
into
neat.
that. The Enigma app. Right on.
Yeah. So that's,
there you go.
Yeah, the Ilkley.
Ilkley.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Blah, blah.
Well, that didn't happen. All right, everybody.
Seems not to have.
All right, I'm going to tell you about something else that didn't happen
Great. Perfect.
after we tell you about someplace that's really happening.
Oh, yeah, it is poppin'. This is patreon.com/GTTUpod. It is the home of our second weekly podcast, The Netherworld Dispatch, which comes out every single Monday. And if you join us over on Patreon at the Demon tier, you get all of those episodes. We have other tiers that you can join where you can get them at different intervals. So just cruise on over there, see what works for you. And it's a great time. When you join us on Patreon, you also get access to our Discord. You unlock a bunch of different movie commentaries for the Scream movies, Blair Witch movies, Twilight movies. There's a newsletter, all kinds of stuff. And we have like well over 200 bonus episodes at this point. So it is quite something. Oh, and you get ad-free episodes of regular Guide to the Unknown at the $4 or up tier. So you don't have to fast forward through any commercials, any of us doing this spiel, just pure show.
Yes. The most recent episode of the Netherworld Dispatch is episode 224. If you sign up at any of the tiers that get you the Netherworld Dispatch, you'll instantly unlock older shows in addition to new stuff going forward. But that episode is our review of the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. Mm-hmm. That whodunit slasher and who boy.
Who boy.
We had a lot to say about it.
Yes, we did.
I don't want to say anything here about it.
Yeah.
Except
I was happy. I talked to my coworker Susie, who also saw it, and I was happy to hear that she felt the same way about the way that the young people talked that I did.
okay.
She brought it up unprompted.
Is she younger?
Yes.
She's youthful?
Yes.
And she knew that the youth don't talk like that?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Go check out that review. Even if you did not see the movie, we go spoiler free to begin, and then we spoil it, and you'll know everything that you need to know, quite frankly. What a shock that movie was to the senses.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Go check that out. Mm-hmm. We also love reading reviews. I've got a sweetie here that comes from Capri Love's Son.
Ooh. Guess what? I love Capri Sun.
Yeah, me too. Now, this is a 5-star review.
Okay.
However, the title of the review I know you don't like it when people I know you don't like it when people criticize us. Needs more Mama Rogers.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's very sweet.
That's sweet.
Love this show. The sibling banter reminds me of my brother and my son and my daughter. My favorite parts, though, are when Mama Rogers weighs in with a memory, correction, or a confirmation. Keep up the good work. 5 stars.
Cute. That's
Thank
very sweet. Thank you so much, Capri Love Son.
Yes, very sweet.
And thank you so much to everybody who leaves us reviews. It's so nice that you take the time to do that.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to leave us a written review like that, you can do it on Apple Podcasts. And you can leave us a starred review on Spotify or other podcast players. We so appreciate it. You can also share about the show on social media, on Insta stories. We'll always repost it if you tag us so that we see it. Really anywhere. And thank you so much to everybody who's done that.
Yeah, thank you all. It's really, honestly, it's your support that really keeps the show, going at like 11.
Yeah.
Turned up to 11.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we're going to get into the next nonsensical urban legend after this commercial break.
All right, hit me.
The 100th monkey effect. I was very excited for this.
Yeah, I remember.
I saw this on that list and was like, dibs!
You went, ooh.
I was like, I love this. I love the 100th monkey effect. I can't wait to read about the 100th monkey effect.
Yeah.
Wow, what a simple thing to research.
Uh-oh.
Here's the description everyone will understand.
Uh-oh.
The 100th monkey effect is a hypothetical phenomenon in which new behavior or ideas spread rapidly by unexplained means from one group to all related groups once a critical number of members of one group exhibit the new behavior or acknowledge the new idea. Got it?
Okay, tell it to me in human terms now.
English Einstein?
Yeah.
That's if we were on like Star Trek or something. Like Spock described something.
Yeah.
Okay, could you put that in simple terms?
Yeah.
So here's a nonsensical story that's rooted in some element of truth. And it's not what I thought it was.
Okay.
That's the other thing. It's like I called dibs on this. I was like, this ain't what I thought it was. I thought this was a silly story about sweet monkeys.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah. This is a misunderstanding of a science experiment.
Okay.
I'm going to keep the 100th monkey effect pretty quick.
That's fine.
And then I'm going to tell you the thing that I like.
Okay.
All right. Here's the 100th monkey effect. It's not an urban legend. Doesn't belong on the list. Evidently, at some point in the 50s, Japanese primatologists were studying monkey behavior. They gave the monkeys sweet potatoes. All right, the monkeys get sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes are great for you.
But the sweet potatoes touch the sand. Uh-oh. Grainy
They're
sweet
ruined.
potato. Yeah, they're ruined.
Yeah.
However, one monkey, Emo, realizes that she can take the sweet potato to the water and wash the sweet potato. Yes.
Other monkeys followed?
Other monkeys learn that behavior by watching Emo. And here's the only thing that is, well, two things that are kind of interesting about what happened.
Yeah.
This is about how people learn new information.
Okay.
What is fascinating here is that it's a completely reasonable thing to wash your sweet potato, monkey. Yes? What?
Some monkeys are cute to me. Some monkeys creep me out. I wonder if I'd find this cute or creepy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like when I guess I find when animals are too human creepy. Like obviously on our there was not obviously everybody. There was a Patreon show from like a long time ago, not that long ago, but where a bird was like talking that sounded human and it like absolutely flipped me out. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
It seemed to be answering its owner, like having a conversation with its owner, and I was like, what the hell?
I believe the quote was, "This is huge." Kristen had just discovered that birds can sometimes mimic speech.
It didn't seem like it was just, whatever.
I know.
Okay.
We don't have time to get into it.
And then also on this last season of White Lotus, they kept cutting to monkeys. There was a monkey that was like leaning, like it was like a human taking a break. And I was like, what the hell is with that monkey? I don't like...
They got the same...
No, I know, but it looked freaky to me. It may as well have leaned and mopped its brow.
Come on, a monkey can't take a break. Get back to work, you monkey.
Of course it can take a break. Of course it can. But the humanness of it, I was like, what is with this thing?
You're supposed to be ripping the shells off of peanuts right now. Get back to work.
No, I want them to do whatever they're doing. Keep doing it, monkeys. It's fine. It personally creeps me out when they're so human.
If you've got time to lean, you've got time to clean the bugs out of your brother's hair and eat them.
The monkey looked so exasperated, just like, ugh. And I was like, what?
I know.
So I don't know how I'd feel about seeing this monkey just clean a sweet potato like it's me at the sink. It's weird.
Well, I'm going to humanize them further because what they discovered was fascinating to me. So Emo learns that you can clean the sand off a sweet potato before you dig in for a sweet potato monkey dinner.
Yeah.
All right? Young monkeys and monkeys of a similar age all go like, oh, tight. Look what Emo did.
Yeah.
Emo figured this shit out. Now you don't have to eat sand when you're eating sweet potato.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Evidently, they learned that older monkeys had no time for this new technology. We're kind of like, feh.
Yeah.
About cleaning the sand off their sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Old monkeys refuse to learn. Shocking. Shocking information. This is like the whole of human evolution in a nutshell. Is like the old are just like
brutal.
These stupid kids today washing their sand off their sweet potatoes.
So are they just eating the sand?
I guess. But emo learned.
Yeah.
And all the younger monkeys just learned it as if it was completely reasonable information without question. Of course you wash the sand off your sweet potato.
Right.
We're not grandpa monkeys.
Sure.
We're just chomping with a mouthful of sand.
Yeah.
Here's what got it to the urban legend list, because that's fine.
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
But that's just like, listen, I understand you got to study these things and quantify them and make sense of them, but that's relatively mundane science in my head. Here's what is goofy about the 100 monkey effect. There's a bizarre period of time where this information is widely being reported and discredited by humans now, being like, here's what happened. Emo the monkey was washing the sand off the sweet potato.
Yeah.
Once 100 monkeys learned how to wash sand off sweet potatoes, it's as if this just became information that's common to all monkeys. Even monkeys on neighboring islands suddenly knew how to wash the sand off sweet potatoes, even though they never learned from Emo.
This is crazy.
They were indicating that if you reach 100 monkeys learning something, it will create a hive mind where that is now just a thing that all monkeys know.
Okay.
That's what people were saying for a while.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's like crazy cuckoo nonsense where it's like, just because you're wearing like a 3-piece suit,
right?
You're telling me that 100 monkeys need to learn how to do something now every monkey knows, even if they don't have any... You're telling me that monkeys on a different island couldn't have just also learned how to wash the sand off the sweet potato? It's because Emo did it over here and then 100 monkeys learned it. Now every monkey in this cone of influence just magically learns it?
They weren't saying that, like...
Get out of my office.
Get out of here. They weren't saying that once enough monkeys reach it, like, or, learn it or whatever, like, I don't know. There's so many monkeys that it's likely that some monkeys are going to go to other islands.
Right.
They're not saying that. They're saying it's literal hive mind
They
stuff.
did also say at some point somebody was like, a disciple of Emo, probably swam to another island and taught people how to wash their sweet potatoes. And then they were like, well, the monkeys that they were studying don't know how to swim.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
That could happen.
That I get.
That could happen, but it's not what happened. Just, hey, what if other monkeys also learn? What if it doesn't just take one monkey to learn something?
He's not the one.
Yes.
Like, how unlikely is it that...
It's a girl.
Okay. Oh, you know what?
So you just showed your bias.
You're right. Excuse me.
Emo.
Excuse me.
Okay. I mean, I don't remember. So anyway, it was Rupert Sheldrake who stated that a phenomenon like the 100th monkey effect would be the evidence of, quote, morphic fields, bringing about non-local effects in consciousness and learning.
Okay.
So insane. So wrong. Multiple monkeys probably learned how to wash their sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It's really not that hard.
No.
I don't need some weird degree.
No, monkeys are like notoriously smart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
well, now let's get into what I thought this was going to be.
Yeah.
That's the 100th monkey effect. It does not belong on the list, but it did bring me to some crackpot nonsense, and that's vaguely interesting.
Yeah.
Here's the story that I like, which is similarly probably not true.
Great.
But I like this story. Why do I like it? I don't know.
Because.
Might be because I'm basic. This is called, not the 100th monkey effect. This is called, well, I wrote down the 5 monkeys thing.
Okay. Great.
It took 5 monkeys. They did it way faster.
Yeah.
I got this from Factscology. Go to the show notes. Can't read anymore. What a waste of time reading.
You got it from kids.kiddle.com.
I got it from Kiddle or something.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Look at the show notes. A group of scientists and researchers place 5 monkeys in a room that contains a ladder in the center with a banana at the top. It isn't long before one of the monkeys attempts to go for the banana. As soon as that happens, like basically as soon as the monkey even touches the ladder, a scientist comes in and sprays all the monkeys with ice cold water.
Oh.
Okay. If any other monkey attempts to go for the banana, the same thing happens. So anytime someone goes for the banana, ice cold water.
Yeah.
All right. Eventually, all the monkeys refuse to try anymore. Don't go toward the banana. Ice water will hit you. Okay. At this point, a scientist takes a wet monkey out of the room and puts a dry monkey into the room. Dry monkey has not learned about cold water.
Right.
Dry monkey sees banana on ladder.
Yeah.
Dry monkey wants banana on ladder. When the dry monkey approaches the ladder, the other monkeys start pulling him away from the ladder.
Oh.
Do not go for that.
Yeah.
Dry monkey doesn't know why.
Sure.
But okay. All right. Bit by bit, rinse and repeat. Take all the wet monkeys out. Eventually, you have a room full of monkeys who have never been hit with cold water.
Yeah.
All pulling each other away from the ladder. Do not go for that banana. But none of them know why.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then it turns out that this is a crackpot moral that is often used in workplaces to be like groupthink and not knowing the reason why you're not allowed to do something. It's still, shouldn't it take somebody to try again? Eventually everyone learns not to try, but no one knows why. And it's like, that's like, you know, somebody tells you that story and they have that hang in there poster of a cat dangling from a drying, you know, line.
I don't see that too much as de-incentivizing trying or whatever. I feel like that's like a nice, like Aesop's fable about trust. Or something, because they were in fact getting, you know, the initial monkeys were in fact receiving negative consequences of going for the banana. So they're protecting the other monkeys.
Yes.
Like that's just trusting your fellow monkey.
Yes. And that is why I'm kind of fascinated by it. So I've talked about this in many different contexts. Like anybody who's worked with me, I probably brought up what I thought was 100 monkey effect. But it was 5 monkeys in a room with a banana.
Yeah.
But I am fascinated by the idea of no one tries, but you don't know why no one tries. It's just like, it's almost a way, because I've experienced, as we all have, companies that sort of just like, no. You workers, you don't do X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, why not? Like, how come you guys, hey, company, how come you guys don't try anymore?
Right.
How come everyone's set in their ways at this company? And it's like, because stop asking these questions. And I was like, well, that's a 100th monkey effect thing in my head of like, maybe they tried, you know, some new endeavor and it didn't work and now they'll never try again. Well, why shouldn't you try again?
Yeah.
So like I've thought about this repeatedly over the course of years as just sort of like, I don't want to be the monkey that goes like, everyone says not to do it, so I won't do it either. Okay. All right, I guess I won't do it.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather be the monkey that tries and gets sprayed with cold water and goes like, oh, well, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Or be the monkey that's like, hey, anytime we try to go to the ladder, someone comes in to spray us. So someone go toward the ladder, and then when this guy comes in to spray us, hold the door open and let's claw his eyes out.
Yeah, totally. Somebody take out his knees.
Exactly. That to me is more what like this monkey issue is about. To me, it's more about the institutionalizing force of like, sometimes the leaders are full of horse shit.
Yeah.
And there's no reason we can't have that banana. They're just assholes seeing what they can get away with and push us around.
Yeah, totally.
I'm looking at you, previous employers.
Yeah.
So I think about this all the time. It turns out that it's similarly not true. There was a study at some point. It was not cold water. It was like a burst of air, just like a sudden jolt of something.
Yeah.
And all that happened was when a monkey that didn't know that there could be a burst of air or whatever, the other monkeys would still just be cowering and let them try. The monkeys don't pull at each other to protect each other.
Yeah.
That happened like once, apparently.
Yeah, okay.
But no, everyone just kind of goes like, no, we're all in fear of institution, man.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty true.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm fascinated by this concept. I think it's a psychological thing.
Totally.
It has some foot in an experiment that kind of happened once, but not exactly like this. However, I still think it's a valuable thought experiment, less about holding back your fellow monkey from aspiring to something and more about, hey, let's, I say we rip the leader's jaw off when he comes in to try to spray us with cold water.
Yeah. By the way, again, speaking of monkeys, do you remember when I told you all about Chimp Crazy, that documentary on HBO?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Last year? They found another monkey, another chimp, in that lady Tanya Haddock's basement.
What?
They just did. She's in jail now.
Dude. This lady
can't stay away from chimps.
She was chimp crazy.
Yes, she absolutely was. Oh my God.
Justice for monkeys, unless, like Kristen said, sometimes they're so human she doesn't like them.
Well, no, it's not that.
No,
I like
you
them.
said what you said.
I find it a little unnerving. I'm just like, whoa.
Me?
What is this? It's so weird.
I know.
That's all. Okay, so
bring it home.
I'm bringing it on home. with a little Phil Collins.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is a little tune called In the Air Tonight.
You was going to sing?
Yeah. That has an urban legend to attach to it.
Whatever.
Okay. So this is a famous Phil Collins song from 1981, and it contains these lyrics. If you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. And then a little later in the song, well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. So seemingly just from this legend grew that the song was based on an experience where Phil, and there are some different versions of this, an experience where Phil Collins saw someone drown from afar.
Oh.
But perhaps more importantly, he saw someone else seeing this at a closer distance where that person should have been able to help the drowning person, and they did nothing. So there's another version where he was in a boat with somebody and that boat capsized and his companion on the boat drowned while Phil Collins made it to shore, and he sees that there is an onlooker who did nothing to help. Ooh. So that's the common theme in this, is that drowning, Phil Collins survives or is viewing this, but he knows that there is somebody who could have helped the drowning person and did not.
Right. He could not have helped.
Right. There's also a darker version that has multiple versions in itself where I honestly didn't even want to mention this, but I was like, I wonder if anybody's going to be like, why didn't she say that or whatever? Because it's also a big part of the story where somebody sexually assaults Phil Collins' wife and that the song is about that.
Oh, God.
So people say that Phil Collins... So people say that the song In the Air Tonight is about one of these things.
Yeah.
And then the urban legend is that Phil Collins, using his far-reaching resources, later tracked down the person who was the perpetrator of whatever of these acts the story is about and invited him to a concert. Then, when playing In the Air Tonight, had a spotlight shine down on the perpetrator in the concert venue as he sang pointedly at them, I can feel it coming in the air tonight, oh Lord, because I've been waiting for this moment for all of my life, oh Lord. So that's what the urban legend is.
That part's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That part's embarrassing. Whoever came up with that part should have left it out.
Crazy. So
that's like a jigsaw machination.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah, this has all been leading toward Phil Collins finding the guy, inviting him to, let's say this is true. Let's say that, and let's go with the drowning one. Let's say that Phil Collins saw someone not do something to help a drowning person.
Yes.
Horrible, traumatic.
Yeah.
The way that Phil Collins deals with this
gets justice
is to find that person and invite them to a concert and then shine a spotlight on them while he sings directly to them.
I've been waiting for this
What a
moment.
loser.
Oh, huge loser.
How humiliating.
Well, Coldplay invited that couple to their concert. Not Coldplay. Oasis?
No, it is Coldplay.
It was Coldplay? Mm-hmm. What a Coldplay.
Yeah.
They invited this couple to their concert and put a spotlight on them.
That's
Canoodling.
True. I guess they took a page out of Phil Collins' book.
Yeah. I heard that Fred Durst invites couples to his concert, puts spotlights on him and goes, he did it all for the nookie. And it's cheaters and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Remember Cheaters?
Yeah.
Watch that at Grandma and Grandpa's house?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So this is not true at all. Obviously. Phil Collins has said about this, quote, I don't know what this song is about. When I was writing this, I was going through a divorce, and the only thing I can say about it is that it's obviously in anger. It's that angry side or the bitter side of a separation. So what makes it even more comical is that when I hear these stories, which started many years ago, particularly in America, of someone come up to me and say, did you really see someone drowning? I say, no, wrong. And then every time I go back to America, the story gets, the quote, I think, may be inappropriate. I think he's saying a game of telephone. It gets more telephony, and it gets more and more elaborate. It's so frustrating because this is one song out of all the songs probably that I've ever written that I really don't know what it's about, you know?
It's like his most famous song.
I know. He must have just been in a rage about his divorce. Just like,
I've been waiting all my life.
Just writing, and he's like, I don't know what to tell you. I was just like pissed. Whatever.
That's an urban legend. He blacked out, and when he woke up, the song was just there.
Oh, yeah.
He had lost time.
That's right. So, similar to your last topic, this reminded me of another song that I've known that there's an urban legend about. And I have to tell you, I almost wish I didn't start this, but I can't not mention it.
Sure.
Because I found my research on this a little wishy-washy and a little confusing, and I was going to leave it out, but I can't not say it now. This reminded me of the song Possum Kingdom by the Toadies.
I like that song.
It's a great song because there's an urban legend about that being about like a real place and a real serial killer.
Yeah.
But that's not true. So it has the lyrics. And it is a dark sounding song. It has the lyrics, make up your mind, decide to walk with me around the lake tonight by my side. I'm cutting out some repeats of some lyrics.
Sure.
I'm not going to lie. I'll not be a gentleman. Behind the boathouse, I'll show you my dark secret. I'm not going to lie. I want you for mine, my blushing bride. Be my lover, yeah. So people, it's like a 90s song. People were like, oh my God, this is so dark. This is so messed up. Like, what's the lake? Where's the Possum Kingdom? This is about a serial killer. It's like based on this serial killer, but it's not saying it, whatever. And I found some interviews with the Toadies where they were like, yeah, I think they kind of maybe went back and forth over time.
It's about a couple of cute toadies, like in a swamp.
Yeah, totally. We're just having fun. I think at some points they maybe had fun with the idea that people like had this whole thing about it.
Yeah.
So there were some interviews where they were like kind of leaning into it a little bit, but it seems like more recently they maybe have been a little bit more candid and truthful. And they were like, so there was a song on our previous album. I believe it was called I Burn. I'll put the sources in the show notes. I think it was called I Burn, and it was like a breakup sort of song. And it was kind of like personifying this breakup kind of thing. And this song was basically like, what would the person in the previous song be doing now?
Oh,
it's just kind of like a
interesting.
continuation of that song.
Like when Eminem wrote a sequel song to Stan.
It's exactly like that. So it's not about an actual place, and it's not based on a serial killer.
Yeah.
It is, again, kind of like Phil Collins' song, a song about the anger of a breakup.
Sure.
And like being in a super, super dark place. But people took the lyrics like somewhat literally, and there's like an urban legend around it.
Yeah,
I thought it
that's
was
interesting.
fun.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, a little bonus.
Yeah, totally.
Why not? The Toadies.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to that later now.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah. Awesome Kingdom.
Yeah. Duh.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. That's a bunch more urban legends.
Yeah. Ish.
Wow.
As usual, they're not necessarily
What they say are urban legends.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, how do you feel about this? Does it...
It's fine. It's an opportunity for us to like find some stuff that we might not necessarily cover otherwise. What Will's saying is the fact that the urban legends Wikipedia list is not strictly actually full of urban legends as urban legends are defined.
Yeah, there's like a an academic definition of an urban legend, right? Like, but does that? I know I have a tendency to harp on that.
Yeah.
Does that sort of stick in your craw too? That
I
these
notice it. Like everything that I cover that's on urban legend, I'm like, well, this isn't an urban legend, but it's whatever.
Yeah, the term urban legend itself has become like an urban legend of what it even means.
This is really just a list of odd things.
Yeah, just some odd mumbo
like
jumbo.
a UFO sighting isn't an urban legend, really.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's interesting.
But
well, there you
I'll
go.
take it.
Someday I feel like maybe we'll do the academic work and take a
go
look
through
at
the Vanishing Hitchhiker.
Jan Harold Brunvan's
Yeah, sure.
good work. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts. We may even read it on a future episode of the show. You can also leave us stars on Spotify. We always love it when you share the show, especially on things like Instagram or Facebook or Blue Sky. Absolutely love it. That is the thing that is like huge to getting the show out to a potential new audience of people who might enjoy it. So please consider telling your friends. Tag at GTTUpod if you do. That's also the best way to keep up to date as new shows drop at GTTUpod. And as always, Patreon. Patreon.com/GTTUpod is the greatest way to support us and get access to the Netherworld Dispatch.
Yep.
Please go check out The Trouble with Tessa. It is wrapped now, and boy, does it get dicey and dark and weird.
Oh, yeah.
So go check that out. Have fun with the ARG. And please follow us individually.
Yes, I'm at Chillin' Kristen.
I am at The Myth Traveler, traveling on to new myths. We'll be back next week to talk about... Wouldn't you like to know?
I guess we'll see.
But until that time comes, we must travel.
Back to the Netherworld go we.
And now we vanish like hitchhikers.
Yeah, perhaps we hitchhike on.
Yeah, the real work will be eventually like cross-referencing what we got from Wikipedia with things that like the
Actually
original
show up.
the original bad boy of urban legends. Jan Harold Brunvan.
That's right.
I feel like I could play this guy in a movie. If
Why?
I shaved my beard?
You look nothing like him. Just because you have glasses and a mustache in addition to your beard?
Yes. That's exactly why.